Nice.
Yeah, take these medals down.
What are they from?
Everything. I think it's just weird to hang your fucking awards. Like, look at how good I used to be.
When did you put them up? When you got the apartment?
Probably. That's why I'm saying I gotta take them next. I don't even remember why or when. Are we going? Okay.
Yeah, you got JV boys third place right here.
Yeah, exactly. My 2018 Cheese Days Chase second place though, 13 and 19 division. That's a good one.
That is pretty impressive.
There was like a couple thousand people in that race. I got second.
What was it? How many miles?
Chase. It was a 5K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 3.2.
Damn, your ass was busting.
Hauling ass, boy.
How fast time you get?
It's like 18 something.
Woo! You gonna test it out on the table?
That's what. What, this?
Yeah.
The mic?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
I don't care.
Oh, this is where we had it last time.
Oh.
Because I wasn't super loud last time. That was the
Oh yeah, you had it there last time.
Yeah.
I just been putting it here and regulating myself.
Yeah.
I've been getting good at it.
Yeah. If I talk at it, I feel like this is. If we had a standing microphone, this is probably about where it would be, anyways.
Yeah.
I guess Rogan's is like this close. It's like a
yeah, you like eats it.
Yeah. But Jamie's probably got it all. The gain is way down.
And yeah, for sure. Because I watched a guest today. The dude kept backing away from the microphone.
That's always my pet peeve, like on road trips when like Rogan is at a volume of 20 and the guest is at like a 5.
They're like whispering.
Because Rogan only tells them like one time, like you just keep it a fist away from your
He'll
face.
say it. He says it a couple times over the 3-hour period, but he won't say it very often.
To save like half of the dialogue that I can't hear. Yeah.
He'll be listening for a while and he'll be like, "Hey, can you get that closer to your face?"
A fist away from your face. The guy that was on with
Quentin Tarantino.
No, that guy was loud as fuck. He needed to shut up. That guy was talking way too much.
You didn't like
a weird one. I watched that one for like an hour, and then that was when the spaghetti coma hit me, and I had to go to sleep. But
what'd you think about it?
It was all right. Yeah.
I thought so too.
It was cool stories. It's just I don't really like their voices. I think that's my problem. They just sound annoying. Yeah.
That's why I didn't listen to RFK for the first time. I wasn't even gonna listen.
But then you listen to him, and you're like, "Holy fuck!"
Well, once you learn more about him, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I watched his. Did I send you that carbon? I sent you that pipeline YouTube video with him, and I don't know. If
I don't think I watched it, but I saved it.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah.
What's it about? I'll watch it after this.
Well, I sent it to you because they're doing it like in like Brit, like they're it's about to hit us, but they're trying to build these CO2 pipelines, and they're pumping it through like private property. Basically, the whole like the big issue is they're using this thing called eminent domain. Eminent domain is only meant to be used during like a crisis time or like wartime. If like an army has to hold up in your house, they get to have your house. That's eminent domain. The government gets to take property for public use, is what that means. But they're using eminent domain so that they can build carbon pipelines through people's farms and shit. And the whole reason they're building these pipelines is to go to North Dakota, and they're building it to reduce carbon emissions. Basically, they just want to put it underground so that it's not out in the air.
That doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but it gets worse because they're pumping it to North Dakota, and they're pumping it to North Dakota so they can put it in their oil rigs so they can blast every last drop of oil out of the rigs, and that eventually will raise the carbon emissions. So it's kind of like, what are you guys trying to really do? The whole thing is it's a private company, and they're using public domain or eminent domain, which is like supposed to be used.
The government has to approve it, though, don't they?
The government did approve it because the guy that owns the company donated a lot to the Biden Foundation and the Tony Evers Foundation or whatever the fuck that guy's name is.
Who is that?
It's like the governor of Iowa.
Oh, go fucking figure.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yep.
I thought our governor was Kim Reynolds. What happened?
They say it's not dangerous, but it's stored at a liquid, and for it to be stored in a liquid, it's like 21,000 pounds per square inch or something. And one of them blew up in Missouri and sent like 60 people to the hospital or something. Because when it blows up, it takes all the air.
I'm still listening.
Yeah, I forget these microphones can move. It takes all the air out of the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So like what was happening is they were getting these phone calls where it's like, hey, my friend's having a seizure, my other friend's not fucking breathing, I feel bad, and my car won't run. Because your car can't run without oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happening is all these cops and these ambulances are getting to the edge of the CO2 cloud, and the fucking ambulances are turning off.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so they can't get to anybody. So now imagine they want to build this carbon pipeline. They offer you a ludicrous deal, or they're going to take it because they have eminent domain. So you either take the deal or it gets taken one way or the other. Now, Imagine you're a farmer and it fucking blows up. And you're like, what the fuck was that? You go outside, try and investigate it. You're in the field, and all of a sudden you can't breathe. And like you're calling 911 and shit. Okay, now the ambulance is coming down your road. Big ass gas cloud. So now they gotta fucking get out of the ambulance. They themselves have to try and breathe through this carbon cloud, find your ass in a cornfield, and then take you to an ambulance that now won't run because it's only carbon in the atmosphere because it's denser than oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So
are there any like masks that can help with that?
it'd probably just have to be oxygen. You'd have to have like a scuba suit.
What the fuck is?
You need oxygen.
Whose idea was this? This is
I
a
forget
dumbass idea.
I forget the company's name. No, it's not a dumb idea because they're projected to make $173 billion off of it.
Yeah, it's smart financially, but environmentally, practically, any other fucking way except for financially, this makes absolutely no fucking sense in my brain.
It's wild. Yeah, that's why I sent you the video because RFK was like, "These pipelines will not be built." He's like, "This is the dumbest fucking thing ever." Just cutting it down layer by layer. And
that's crazy. I think I was listening to a podcast and I was going to listen to that video and then I completely forgot about it.
It's okay.
There's too much stimulation everywhere.
I can resend it to you or something.
No, I know where it is.
Yeah.
I remember saving it. That shit's crazy.
It's a good one.
That shit doesn't make any fucking sense.
No. Doesn't. I've been learning about I've been re-listening to that podcast a lot. I've been learning about those gongos and the NGOs.
Is that one of them?
No, that's not one of them because that's a private company. But the whole thing with the NGOs.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if I know it's not funded by the government, but they're giving them this clearance, technically, and
they have government like protocols they can follow, which is like the eminent domain because they've paid for them. But the NGOs are paid for by the government with government protocols. The NGOs basically why they exist is because the government has all the money but none of the influences. The NGOs have all of the influence but none of the money.
Mm-hmm. I remember him saying that.
So it's like a workaround. That's why they're gongos, government organized, non-governmental organizations.
What have you been gathering from it?
Nothing good. And we got to be real careful how we talk about this because this gets into the shit that gets us taken off of.
Well, as long as we don't talk about those things.
Yeah. We almost have to talk about them to talk about it, though, because a lot of them are the reason they exist.
It's part of it?
Yeah.
Well,
like when an idea from a political level needs to be massaged into the public, where the public starts thinking this is right and this is okay, that's what they use the NGOs for. Like that's what colleges have a lot of NGOs. Like Arizona State University is a big NGO founded by McCain, which he's the guy that ran against Obama that started a section of the CIA. The CIA, by the way, has 7 heads of it that are still alive and all work for the same NGO.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah. Do you think they're up to any good?
That shouldn't be.
They're a non-government organization that's funded by the government. This is where all the Palestine protests come from. It's because they're NGOs that are paid by the government.
So are these the guys?
Massage an idea so that they can have more wars and make more money.
You think they help to like spread propaganda and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
That's like the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like Russian bots, Chinese bots, and then these guys.
It started with like the Russia thing. The NGO started because when they were calling Trump a Russian agent or whatever, basically like a Manchurian candidate for Russia.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
They started doing this like censorship shit that they're still doing, but it's getting better now, and that's like basically the whole podcast. But they started that like 3 months before he went on trial, and then he went on trial, and the lawyer against Trump had no evidence that he was a Russian asset, and in fact, they had evidence that Hillary was the Russian asset, which has still been true but not prosecuted.
Where are the emails, Hillary?
Yeah. Which actually, I think the stance that Trump took on that, where he was like, I don't really want to prosecute Hillary, is good because it just looks bad for America at that point. It's like, can't imagine.
It shows his character, too.
Yeah, it's decent. But even
after they tried to go after him.
Yeah, so when they lost that court case, they started trying to censor everything about it. And that's where it came from. And then they used as another like proof of concept, where they were like, you can't talk about bad efficacy, shit like that. That's what we say.
Well, I think what you just said might fucking get us pulled down anyway. So
I hope not.
It's usually when you mention that word and then that shit, that it usually gets taken down. We'll just blur out a little bit.
We're not going to blur it out. We're definitely going to just post it.
But. Well, our strike should be taken down soon. So either we're going to get another strike or we'll be all right.
True. Are we at 2 though?
We're at 1.
Okay, so our next.
And it's about to come down sometime in December.
Yeah,
I remember.
But if this one strikes it, then we gotta wait like another 6 months.
We got 2 weeks. We can't post if this one gets fucked.
Jeez Louise. Yeah.
They really censor you.
Stop letting me talk, because all I want to talk about is the shit that they won't let me talk about.
No, because we can talk about it. We just have to dance around it.
I don't like stepping on the eggshells.
I don't either.
Yeah.
But we kind of have to, in a sense.
I refuse to.
Intelligent people know what we're talking about.
Maybe.
But
hit my line if you're confused.
I found out that none of the things that they give kids are fucking are tested. All 72 of them, dude.
What?
The things that they give kids when they're born to go to school and shit.
Yeah.
None of them are tested.
No, jeez, that's great.
Because RFK had.
Well, me and you are still breathing, so.
Yeah, but the autism. That's why the autism rates and shit are going up.
That's right. I read something like the rate of chronic disease when Fauci was in office was like 4% of the population, and it is currently 60% of the population.
Wait, say that again?
It was 4% before Fauci became the lead of like whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Probably shouldn't say the organization. Now, currently, it's like 60%. That's the mark he's left on our planet. He's increased the chronic rate disease by 56%.
Fuck.
Chronic disease rate, sorry.
No, I'm just thinking about getting banned now.
Yeah, it's
so stupid.
Hard, yeah.
It's so dumb.
Maybe we save this one. Maybe this is a chambered round. We wait until our ban is up for sure.
Well, we're only 11 minutes in.
Yeah.
The problem is,
I'm saying we save the video until the ban is like whenever our first strike gets taken down, and then we post this one, because then we can just take another strike, and it's like 2 days or something like that.
A week.
It's a week?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's still.
It's a week first, 2 weeks next, and then your channel's gone.
Me in fucking jail because I'm just talking.
Well, they're doing that in England and shit.
In England, they're for real arresting people.
Yeah.
But, God damn it, we gotta stop talking about this shit. We're gonna get fucked up.
I mean, shit. What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I know it's an algorithm. It's not some guy just sitting there. So maybe we can fucking dance around the algorithm. Who knows? I feel like if you just say one word, they're gonna get your ass.
It's a smart robot. Yeah, it'll find your ass.
I don't even know what to do about it.
Can't do nothing until they change it, which is the whole Mike Benz podcast. Is they're winning. They're starting.
Yeah, they're working on it.
Starting to go the other way a little bit, and they're winning. But.
That's what he was saying. He used to get depressed because there was no leeway.
Yeah, he talked to everybody. Everybody calls him crazy, and they call him crazy, but they're like, "Oh, I can't help you," and then they're like, "You're right, but I still can't do anything."
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we even let it get to this point. Like, nobody was paying attention
because the people don't know about these NGOs, so they just assume, "Oh, this is a good cause. They have good morals." But
if Alex Jones does, I guarantee everybody could.
No. People hate that guy.
I know.
Because of what they hear.
But the regular person isn't sitting there like, hey, this is fucking... Like, since I was a kid, I had this thing in my head that I don't trust the government, and they're probably fucking me over in every facet. I just had that in my head.
That came from your dad, yeah.
Yeah. But... And also, it came from experience because I went through the fucking medical system. I went through the fucking behavioral specialist system, whatever the fuck they call that. Behavioral intervention system. They never done. I just don't understand how the normal person doesn't question.
Yeah, that was Prairie Ridge.
It was Prairie Ridge and Four Oaks.
Oh, Four Oaks is the other one.
Yeah. That shit sucked.
You're telling me, buddy. I've been there.
I pissed on somebody.
Yeah, you posted that on your story, and I was very confused.
They deserved it. No, I posted that I pissed on the floor in first grade.
So you peed on somebody?
No.
Oh.
I pissed on the floor in first grade.
Did you pee on somebody, though?
I did.
When did you pee on somebody?
I was...
Last week?
No. Might have been the same age, to be honest. Just wasn't the same place. Because I pissed on the floor at school. And the thing is, Four Oaks, you would go to school, normal school, your parents would drop you off, and then they'd pick you up like halfway through the day, and you'd go there for like 3 hours. And then you'd go back to school. And during the summertime, they'd just show up at your house. You'd forget because you're like, school's out, got nothing to do. And then you're just sitting down outside, and the fucking Four Oaks van pulls up. You got to go there for an hour during the summer.
Oh, just an hour?
Yeah.
They made you go? That's so annoying. Just don't make me go.
Well, I think they had to have started the hour like when I got there, because they had to pick a bunch of people up. Like the van picked people up and dropped them off at their house. So, and what's fucked up is if your parents weren't home, you ain't going home. You just go back. Yeah.
They had to be home for you to get dropped off.
Yeah, same with the short bus, dude. Same with the short bus. They'd be like, all right, we'll go drop everybody else off.
That was a rule for like the really little kids on our bus. Like their parents had to be outside when they dropped them off. You couldn't just drop them off on the street and have them just walk home.
Yeah, I was before middle school.
Well, like, I'm talking about like kindergartners.
No, that was...
Like I was allowed. I was like second grade and they let me walk home.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts that they... That was my fucking least favorite part about the bus, was that I'd have to fucking go back to the school. I was always hoping and praying every day that my parents were home. I'm like, these motherfuckers better be home. I ain't going back to school.
Did they take you back a couple times?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. What do you do? Just sit there? Or?
Yeah, you sit at school till your parents come and get you.
Oh, my God.
So instead of you rode the bus, not only did you ride the bus, you get to go back to school, and your parents get to come get you anyway at like 5 o'clock.
That blows.
My brain's fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm sick for sure.
In the head or in the body?
Both.
Don't get me with none of that sick shit. Stop.
Are you talking about mentally sick or
coughing?
Yeah.
Fucking sneezing.
Oh, I've been coughing all day.
Cough on me, boy.
Sometimes I lose breath. I'm like, it's just my throat and shit.
Now you're gonna get me. Now
It's before Christmas.
Fuck you. That's terrible. Get me after Christmas, dumb.
Christmas will be in like a week or two. We got 2 weeks to get healthy.
Get me after Christmas. I don't want to be sick on Christmas.
Don't get sick on Christmas.
You're getting sick on Christmas.
I got sick before Christmas, so I'm going to be recovered by Christmas.
You don't know that.
I do.
Mm-mm.
I'm just hoping that my rotator cuff's recovered.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Arm hurt.
Not more?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
How many times have you watched this Mike Ben's podcast?
I'm on like number 7 now or something.
That's insane.
It's important information that I didn't know about that's kind of blowing my mind. Every time I listen to it, I pick up another thing. Like, I still can't explain it to you fully. That's why I have to. But you see what I'm saying when I'm breaking it down like this?
No, I completely understand. I completely understand why it's important to you. Just my brain doesn't highlight it like that. But I understand, like, getting obsessed. That's why kind of what trauma research is.
I just want to know why shit is the way it is, and he's explaining. Because the way it is doesn't.
We're kind of doing the same shit, to be honest.
They can take a video down because you said something doesn't make sense to me, unless it's like hate speech.
Not with this and this.
No, but they're doing it.
Yeah, kind of fucked up.
That's why I'm bugging out. It's because it ain't right.
I ain't dogging on you for it.
No, I know you're not.
I put the same effort, I think, into trying to figure out myself. I'm trying to figure out my trauma and shit. I think that's why I get obsessed with trauma books and like Gabor Mate and shit. I'm trying to figure myself out. You're trying to figure shit out and like, what the fuck's going on out here?
I spent a lot of time figuring myself out before I got to this point.
Yeah, yeah. The reason I don't look into it is just because I know. I just assume everybody's fucking me. That's why. I'm just like, everybody's out to get me. And I just gotta... That's why I get like weird with you sometimes too, because I'm like, even Chance is out to get me.
It was this morning.
Yeah, exactly. My brain tries to convince me that you're not answering on purpose, and you like it's weird. It's weird as fuck. Like you said after I was like, all right, we're about to have a conversation about this, and we're both about to understand each other. That was my brain. And then I said what I said, and then you said and that's when my brain started. It's like flipped a switch, dude. I'm like, the fuck does he mean by this, huh? Like, what is this? And then you just disappeared for like 4 hours, and I'm like, what the fuck?
This is what happened. You were like, I'm sorry I was flying around. I fucking grabbed an empty bag of Zins or whatever. I had to grab the right container, and I was like,
I grabbed a pack with 1 in it. I'm like,
so I said,
I had to whip around.
I was already down through that one. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was already halfway down that road when I popped my first Zin, and then I was like, fuck. And then I was like,
yeah, I was like, I get you. But you were like, as in like, fuck you. And I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
and I don't even know why.
When I opened it on break or on lunch or whatever, I was like, what the fuck happened?
A lot of what I deleted
chats and then like
Yeah.
more paragraphs, and I was like, huh?
That's what I was gonna say. A lot of what I deleted was just like me arguing that point that these people can't hear me, and also that I was like, we should have a conversation if we're gonna calling each other out, but you're not calling me
I
out.
was just like,
And
I get
plus,
it.
logically in my brain, I'm like, I asked him. Like that's why I kept looping, because I was like, my brain would try to make you seem like a bad guy, and then my brain would loop back and be like, no, but I fucking did this.
I wasn't
was
even
like,
gonna say it because like I was halfway awake, and then I heard the door, and I was like, oh, Cody's flying. Door.
Well, the reason I was like, I hope I didn't wake you up is because I saw you in the bathroom.
Oh, that's just because I had to piss at like 5:20, which always sucks when you got to piss like right before your alarm goes off.
That's my favorite part, dude. I've been doing that the last couple of nights. That's my favorite. Waking up at 4 a.m., seeing, I got an hour left to sleep. And then I just get up, go take a piss.
Because you could have had like an extra hour of deep sleep, but now your ass is...
Nah, I don't need the deep sleep.
Yeah, you do. You've been telling me, I've been sleeping like shit.
Yeah, because my brain doesn't shut off. There is no deep sleep when I sleep. My brain just never shuts off. Like, I'll lay there thinking. Like this, for that hour I was laying there, I was just laying there, and I was like thinking about what I was going to do when I got up.
Did you turn anything on like the TV?
I just lay there in my brain.
And you have enough white noise too, but sometimes the white noise probably bites you because now you can't hear anything. Now you're not tethered to the world, so you're just in the darkness in your own thoughts with white noise. So
yeah, but the
you're
fan
blocking
helps.
out like one sense, and then it's dark. So you're blocking out two.
That's a good point.
Receding farther and farther back into your own thoughts.
I kind of like
Remember
it.
what I told you? Never trust your inner thoughts past 9 p.m.
Yeah, but I kind of like it. Because, can I hit that again?
Yeah. The Zin Tower is fucked up. You see the one on the far left that's about to fall?
Yeah. I don't know how to fix it.
There is no one right there. That's the trick. There's not supposed to be one right there.
Yeah, but there's 5. Oh, I see what you're doing.
There's 4 on the row below that.
I didn't see that.
It alternates 5-4, 5-4, 5-4.
We'll
fix it after that. I just noticed it.
I didn't know that. My dumb ass looked at it, saw 5, and I was like, okay, how do I get 5?
Bigger. Bigger. They alternate. That's the whole thing.
I might go in and mute that fucking bit. Well, fuck it. We're just going to see what happens.
Or we can save it until the rest of it's uploaded, and we can do like a different podcast or something. And then I'm going to Wisconsin this weekend.
That was a lot to process.
Off over here, motherfucker, you sick ass.
You'll be fine.
Alright, that nicotine really hits them sometimes, guys.
I think today when I flipped up my weld helmet, I might just clip the first 11 minutes, to be honest.
What? Don't do this to me.
Or just blur that part.
Just blur that part.
Where you said...
Can you blur it on YouTube?
Yeah. Well, I can find a way. I can mute that. I could probably clip it. I'll just clip that little part out. Like, clip them together. But, it's
That's
just
good,
the V word.
Yeah.
And the C word.
And,
Those always get you. Everything else is fine.
Yeah.
It's just when you directly talk. That's what's got us the last 2 times, when you directly say the C word and then the V word. And people are like, wow! Or the algorithm people.
I don't know if the C word's working as much anymore, but the V word for sure.
For sure.
If the V word followed by C word is not going to be good.
No.
Or the W one. The W one's also not a touchable one.
Yeah, they don't like those words.
But I can fucked up.
I could just take the parts.
It is our First Amendment.
It is.
Without our First Amendment, we have nothing, and they're restricting it.
That's really, I think well, I don't know what I want to say about that, but I don't like walking on eggshells. Is what I was going to say.
That's why
that shit pisses me off. Yeah. Like,
cause I'm just talking about it because I've just been hearing shit and learning.
What tripped in my brain, because I started thinking about, like, I was tell Maddie that I didn't want to walk on eggshells, but I don't think I was. I think I was just like, I would do fucked up shit, and then she'd tell me about this fucked up shit, and then I'd have to walk on eggshells because I was pretending to be somebody I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't at the point where I could process shit in my head yet.
If you're pretending you're walking on eggshells.
I think I was just realizing that I had issues because I would scream all the time, I got abandonment issues and shit like that, dude. Yeah, I was weird, dude. You never had shit like that?
I just thought everybody hated me, and I want to kill myself all the time.
Well, I thought the same thing.
I was quiet. I didn't say a whole lot. I was pretty quiet. I'm still kind of quiet.
I don't even remember being quiet.
Obviously, you don't remember. You were probably never quiet. Dude.
Yeah, my brain just doesn't shut off.
You wanted to be class clown, or you were class clown, right?
Yeah, I
you
was.
Be class clown if you're quiet.
Well, listen, nobody was going to like me because I was ugly, so you're either class clown or you know a super cool skill, and I do not know any skills but talking.
I guess I just wasn't too concerned about who really liked me or not. Did you move at all as a kid?
No.
I moved. So maybe that
probably buffered you a little bit, but I didn't care.
I moved in kindergarten, so that was pretty early on in my brain developing. So I had to be like, this is like, stop caring as much about people liking you and shit, because these are new people that you don't know. You don't have any friends that are
that probably fucks you up.
Yeah, and then I moved in my junior year, so I moved like super, super early on in my development, and then super, super late.
And that's when you're like supposed to be developing those connections and shit.
Yeah. I just cut it right at the end of me developing them.
I've never cared what people thought about me. I just got lucky because I was always fucking with the teachers and shit, and people liked it because everybody wanted to do it. They just were too scared, or or they thought it was funny.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were doing it so people would like you.
No. Okay. I started doing that like 16, 17, 18 maybe, until I found mushrooms and started doing them a lot. I cared about what people thought. But that was just during teenage years because I started wanting girls and shit. So I'm like, yeah, I got to be liked now. Yeah. It's kind of freeing being a kid because you're not worried about women or none of that bullshit.
That's awesome.
You're just worried about your fucking what toys you're going to play with.
You're on a lower vibrational frequency.
Yeah. And the thing is, you can't go back. But a lot of people, like including myself, try to go back. And I think we revert back sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I do when I shut down. That's me going back to a child.
Well, not just that. That is right. You're correct, and I'm not disagreeing. But what I was more thinking of was like my excuse in my brain for eating a whole bag of Takis. I just realized this today because I started thinking about it. Awesome. Was that my nieces do it? I'm like, why the fuck am I doing what a kid does? Like,
they can just take it. Do you remember drinking like 9 sodas and just being fine? Cover your fucking mouth, you piece of shit. God damn it, I hate you.
It doesn't fly that far.
Yeah, it does.
You have to put a mask on.
Yeah, the mask don't do nothing.
You're scared.
Have you ever seen them when they like do the UV light when someone coughs? It's like, it's everywhere.
Who's a fucking hypochondriac near you?
Sir, my rotator cuff is busted.
It is busted.
Fucked up.
It is busted. Whatever. It hurts like
dying.
A motherfucker,
I have an
but
STD.
It's starting to not hurt as much.
How dare you call me a
I thought I had lice like 2 times this month.
Yeah, who's a hypochondriac, dude?
I went and looked over here and spread my hair apart.
That's hypochondriac shit. Actually, hypochondriac shit is when you're like convinced there's a problem when there's definitely not, and you go to the hospital and get diagnosed like constantly.
Well, I would go to the hospital if I trusted them. If I trusted the hospital, I'd definitely be in there every day.
I don't know.
At least once a week.
I don't know if you would once you get that fucking bill.
Well, that's the thing. If it was free healthcare and I trusted these people, like the only thing I'm waiting on,
you'd be a full-blown hypochondriac if it was free and you trusted them.
Exactly. If what I'm waiting for, bro, in my brain is a doctor that I can 100% trust, and I have his phone number.
Well, you don't have to.
That's why I need to get rich and successful. Is because I need a doctor to fucking come and help me I'd be like, Doc, my ball hurts. I don't know what's going on. He's like, calm the fuck down.
I think I'm dying, Doc. How much you take this time? It was 7 grams. Yeah, you're definitely dying.
That's what I need.
I'll be a doctor.
No, but really, that's why I've always wanted money since I was a kid, but just because I think I realized that a lot of people, that's what everybody's running after. It's like, that's why my parents are gone. My sister has to leave now because she has to go get money. Like that's all everybody was focused on. Work. When my sister got a job. Oh. Because I was still a kid. She was a teenager.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I thought you meant no.
No.
That's why I was like, huh?
But so I wanted a lot of money. I just didn't know how I was going to do it. And I don't know what the fuck's going to happen here, but I just want a lot of money now because I want to be able to support my family. And then, like, that's part of it, is it not? Like, having a good lawyer if something goes down, or fucking having a good doctor.
Resources.
You don't want to just take them to Mercy. You didn't grow up in Mason, but Mercy is dogged on everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard it's like one of the lower rated hospitals.
It's dog shit.
Yeah. But I think I grew up different than you in that scenario.
What's that?
I don't know. I more strive towards like peace and happiness than I do trying to get money.
I didn't know what peace and happiness was.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Maybe that's the difference because we were poor until I was like 12 or something like that, and then that's when Mira was born and shit like that. Or no, I was 10. We were probably poor until like I was like 11 or 12. Yeah. So then developing, I was never like, we need to get money because we were.
You already get there. Your parents were already getting money.
So I was just like, I just want to be okay. I just want to be happy.
So
that might be why I get sad a lot. That might be why you get angry, because you're angry you don't have money, and I'm sad just because I'm trying to find happiness. Maybe that's the childish. I'm just theorizing here.
Well,
that's the inner child.
No, I think that the reason we get sad and happy is because we used to hate everybody. Or we thought, not hate everybody, but we used to think we were hated by everybody. And that's, I think when we revert back, you get sad,
I think
get
there's
angry.
Too many factors in that to narrow it down to like that.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, the emotions me and you usually slip into. Yours is anger.
Yeah.
Mine is sadness.
Yeah.
I'm saying that might be a key factor in that. Your anger comes from a lack of a resource. My sadness comes from a lack of happiness or something like that.
Do you think your parents are happy people?
Yeah, I think they're doing. I don't think they always were, and
you think it rubbed off on you? Because I think I got a lot of my anger from my dad, and not just that, but
I think my mom for sure, because my mom was raising me on her own for a good bit too. And I used to I remember one night when she was crying when I was a pretty little kid, and I sat next to her and cried too. And it was it was over burnt popcorn or something too, and I could just, when your mom cries and you feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that fucking sucks.
That shit sucks.
That might be top worst feeling of all time when mom's crying and it's your fault or something like that.
Bro, also in the womb. We don't know what the fuck was happening while we were in the womb, so while our brains were getting developed. That's what I was talking about with those 3 brains, because the first brain is the reptilian brain. It's like what gives us the ability to, like, it just makes us, like, basically gives us our basic functions. Like, we piss, we shit, we see what crying does, we see what being, like, smiling does, and we eat, exactly. And then we get the mammalian brain, which allows us to, like, be a part of, like, a culture and society and shit. Yeah, and then we get, like, our prefrontal cortex, which
ego, self-esteem.
Yep, and that, like, allows us to, well,
it might not be ego and shit, but
what I'm thinking is this book that I'm listening to now, he's talking about the left and right hemisphere. He was talking about, like, you know how people talk about left and right brained people?
Yeah.
One part of the brain is for, like, creativity, and I heard this in The Power of Now, too.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about how the left-sided
Somebody kept telling me that, sorry, I keep interrupting, you go.
He was talking about how the left-sided circuitry gets shut off so that we stop pissing the bed and shit, but I think it's a lot more than that we get traumatized by our society and life, and that part shuts off, and we have to relearn how to get back, like, basically reconnect our brains, because
your left brain is logic, analytical, linear, verbal, factual, and your right brain is creative, artistic, nonverbal, emotion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people who are traumatized.
Your fucking mouth, you piece of shit. Actually, fuck it. You already got me sick.
I'll fucking put a mask on.
Better not, dude. That's worse.
But so it was talking about then how the right part of the brain gets shut off. Your like creativity when you're traumatized. That's why you can only see in the past and you can't see forward, is because you don't have the creative ability to fucking, like,
you're just like, this is what happened. It's all the facts.
Yes.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I've been told I had a good right brain because I like could draw and shit.
Yeah. You think that dampens down over life, though? Like, maybe not necessarily, like, if you're living in the forest or something.
Yeah, it depends on your lifestyle.
This society, the way we live, like, going to work every day, it has to dampen the fucking right side of the brain, your creativity and shit. Maybe that's literally...
But then we do this, and this is right brain shit, where we're creating something. This is
we do. Shit. Yeah. But what I'm thinking of is, like, an older man, like like at Bago or
like
something.
Jeff or something.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So to be able to fucking do those repetitive tasks over all these years, maybe you have to shut that, and maybe that's literally like we were talking about. It's like they shut off some of their brain.
Sometimes you talk to someone and you like
it shut off some of their
no
brain.
jokes that ever come out of you. There's nothing.
Yeah, so maybe their creativity is just literally gone.
That's probably true.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I've met people where I've never heard them say a single funny thing. That's probably got to be.
They're always serious.
Left side of the brain, yeah.
That's how my grandparents are. They're always serious. They laugh, but not a lot. My fucking grandpa, I just remembered this, dude. My grandpa takes my dad's dogs on a walk every day. He's a fucking badass. Awesome. But he was fucking there.
I never met him.
I don't know.
If he's doing it every day. You would have think I'd run into him.
Well, he just started doing it recently. Wow. It was like maybe
it's wild to
this
start
year.
Now when it's cold and hell out.
Well, it was in the summer this year, I think. But his like idea, he was like, I didn't even like. I'm just gonna say it from my experience. He started slapping my dog, like Kitty, with a glove, and he's like, boom, boom, just smacking her side with the glove, not hard, just like smacking her with it, and she starts barking at him and wagging her tail and shit. And then he's like, okay, calm down, we're just playing. And I was like, this is his idea of playing? Smacking a dog with a glove? Like, that's what the fuck we're talking about. Like,
I would play, but you can't tell the dog to calm down if you're riling it up.
But that's not like slap. What if I just came up to you and slapped you with a glove?
We're just playing, bro.
Yeah.
I just punched you lightly.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hold on, don't retaliate. We're just playing.
It's not even that. Like, the dog doesn't know what the fuck's going on. You're just like, slapping me with a glove.
I understand English all of a sudden. I know what you're saying.
But they do understand certain phrases and shit.
Yeah, they get you.
They can understand like 200 some words. They're smart. I think they have the intelligence of a 2-year-old. I heard a husky on Twitter the other day talking with an Italian accent. It's like,
yeah, I think I saw the same one. Close up to the camera. Just a real short clip.
Get out of my head. So how's that new guy doing? Is he's like
all right? He left at 2:30 with Craig to go to the bar today.
No way. Yeah. Did Craig just hire a drinking buddy?
Pretty much, I think.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. And Kim was pretty sure of it, too. It's always fucked up. But
is he paying him?
I don't know yet.
I hope not.
I haven't had to write a check out for him yet, but, I mean, Friday is, a day and a half.
Did he start last week or this week?
He started Monday. He just was there. I thought he was a customer, and he was standing out in the shop, and then Craig's like, this is Dave. He's going to help us. I was like,
that's insane.
It was the guy that we talked to at the VIP that one night.
Yeah.
Bago and shit.
I remember him. He was fucking drunk as shit.
He was the guy who was like, I have 5 every night, and I'm done. For those beers.
5's pretty crazy, though, every night.
I respect him to stick. He's either lying about sticking to 5, or he's got some pretty good handles on the shit for only having 5. Because 5 leads into 6, which leads into like 12 eventually.
Yeah, but in my brain, like 5 every night doesn't seem like you got a handle on it.
Yeah, but he'll build a tolerance. I bet 5 now is probably 1 or some shit like that.
That's
every
true.
night. Every night you're having 5. So pretty soon 5 is 4, and then pretty soon 5 is 3.
Why would you even drink then?
That's what I'm saying.
You might as well drink more.
Just dedicating to the cause. I'm donating to the VIP today. Damn, boy, you are coffee as hell.
Did you know that you can't donate blood when you're sick?
Good. What the fuck? Yeah.
I googled that today.
Were you like, let me go donate blood? I'm sick.
Some chick that I went to school with told me to come donate blood because her ass is a CNA or some shit. I was going to go just because she was attractive. I will give you all my blood, lady. Fuck you, all right, Chance Nielsen? Don't fucking shake your head at me like that ever again. I don't want to hear it because
I'm not saying shit.
You want to know what? You want to know what? No. We're Eskimo bros. I'm just kidding.
What? What's his name?
Nah, but the D word.
Which one?
Donna.
Oh. I could get censored for that one.
I know. But I don't want your girl to get mad. But listen, you were messing around with weird biddies too for a while. So I don't
One time. When I first moved here.
One time is like 100 times if it's Donna.
I don't want to hear no more shit.
You couldn't argue. You didn't say any arguments.
Because your argument is dumb. Fuck you. You like crazy women.
You like them. You do too. I don't want to hear it.
Un poquito. Un poquito loco.
I don't remember where I heard this from. You can Google it if you want.
I got you.
That
You already
people.
got me sick.
No, I did not.
Yep, you already did.
People are attracted to the same level of trauma as themselves. I don't know if that's true or not, but
The victim is so used to feeling like a victim that subconsciously they get attracted to the situations they feel the same. Trauma bonding is what that's considered.
yeah, I think everybody's trauma.
Where
bonded,
individuals with similar experiences of trauma can be subconsciously drawn to each other, often finding familiarity and a sense of understanding and shared pain, even if it manifests in unhealthy relationship dynamics.
I think that's what's happening.
And that's
in our
where
culture.
you can get like what's it called when
You jerk off real hard.
abused lady doesn't leave the man that's abusing her.
Oh yeah.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that
The fuck is
comes from. Some guy outside our window rolling.
That'd be hilarious, dude. I couldn't even fault the guy.
Hopefully,
just
it's our
for
water
laughing.
heater about to explode. I wonder if they probably can't hear it, but it sounded like this.
Sounds like a creaking bed when I was
Is
a
it gone?
child. Yep.
Yeah, it's gone. That was a fast nut.
He's gone now. He's just
Oh, yeah.
crouching in this window.
Phantom nutter. Phantom nutter outside our house.
That's insane. But yeah, you think that's what our culture's doing now is trauma bonding? Everybody?
I ain't doing it.
Not you, but I'm just talking about like a lot of relationships you see.
Yeah, the D word is probably doing it.
Yeah, that's what I did with her for a year.
Yeah.
Wasted
What
a
do you
year
guys-
on that.
What do you guys share?
We're just both fucked up in the head. I'm
Right.
attracted to fucked up people.
It says like specific trauma. It's what does it subconsciously.
Well, just fucked up childhoods.
Individuals with similar experiences. I guess. I mean, fucked up childhood. That's like everybody nowadays.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, is everybody trauma bonding? Is that why a lot of relationships don't work out? Because we're not willing to. Well, a lot of us don't fucking put in the time to sort through our trauma, but then also you have to be able to be open and let your defenses down, which if you don't work on your trauma, it's really fucking hard to let your defenses down. And even if your defenses are down, like mine were down with you this morning, and I just tweaked out for no fucking reason. Like, that's why I get embarrassed and shit, and I can't drink because I just tweak out. And I can't be fucking drunk when I'm tweaking out because then weird things happen.
All of a sudden, you're hitting Northside Liquor.
At 3 a.m.
Yeah. You do it again, I go to coke.
Adam says that this last time was the worst time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's like, this is probably the worst time you've been in a while, bro. I stole beer from a fucking bar. I had a cup like this, and when the lady walked back to fucking check on somebody's order, apparently I fucking slipped the cup under the tap.
Just filled it?
And filled it and left, dude.
Bro.
And then I was hugging people, and then apparently I was all over the road, allegedly, because I don't drive drunk, but like, it's crazy. That's why I can't do it. And Adam and I were talking about it today before you got here. He was like, you can't just have one drink. Like, I do it. He's like, I have a drink every weekend.
I still think you can have one. You just have a mental block to doing it.
I don't think I can.
That's the mental block.
Well, I know I can. I just don't trust myself right now.
There you go.
I shouldn't trust myself now. It hasn't been
I
long
could just
enough.
lock you in a cage or something after one beer. If you
Well,
really
to be able to
want
break an addiction, it has to be 6 months at least. Because
Who the
it's
fuck
only,
says that? It could take like
there's
20
a lady
years.
that works on addictions. Google
Oh,
it.
at least 6 months?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that makes sense.
breaking
Yeah.
a habit, I should say.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like not smoking weed. We'd probably have to
It
go
takes at
6
least
months.
6 months, but it can take up to a lifetime.
Well, I don't see the point in drinking really anyway. Like,
Welcome to my realm.
for some people, and I know I've said this a lot of times before, but if people enjoy alcohol, fucking all power to you. But
You're
for
so
me,
thirsty, you're drinking poison.
that's what I'm saying. For me, it's just I know more. You've had more experience with substances than alcohol as well.
Yeah.
I know there's other things out there that are healthier.
That are
yeah, and that I don't need. You don't need alcohol. The only reason we drink it is because it's
the
everywhere.
most available thing. Yes.
Yeah, and everybody else does it.
Nicotine, caffeine, alcohol.
Everybody does it.
Yeah.
You can drink with your dad. You can drink with your mom.
What if they had joints at the gas station? I guarantee
Exactly.
They'd be like
Northside liquor.
also up there. Or if they ketamine.
I would try ketamine therapy.
Oh, it's so awesome.
That's the thing. I can only try these substances in therapy. That's why I kind of like psychedelics because they regulate
It's pretty fun
you.
to do it on your own. Yeah.
I know, but I'd get way too addicted.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's why if I could do alcohol in
It
therapy,
helps that it's currently hard to get though, because then you can't really get addicted to it because you don't get it a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. But there was one day I was driving. I wasn't driving, drinking. All right, I was just drinking. And
you
I was
drinking
just
right
drinking,
now?
and I was listening to a song for an unknown reason because I was not driving.
Jesus Christ.
And I was listening to the song "That's Amore," by I think it's Dean Martin or somebody.
Yeah.
But it was before I had asked you what love felt like to you. But in that song, he says that when the world starts to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore, and that's love. That's essentially what that song is. And I was intoxicated and I was present. So I was like, oh, that's why I was like, when you said it was presence, I was like, oh, that makes sense because it was weird to say, but I first connected fucking alcohol with love. Oh, psychedelics, then alcohol. I just never felt it. And that's why, did you feel like at peace as a kid?
I do remember one distinct time I felt super fucking peaceful. I was at like Easter or something. It was like my whole family, great grandparents had rented out the basement of a church. I remember just sitting at a table and just being like I felt all my muscles relax. I felt good. But yeah, that was like, I still remember that, which tells you like I was probably like 12. Mira wasn't around at this time. So she was real little or something.
Don't you have a mental block somewhere? Like 5? Where do you have it?
Yeah, it's probably like 5 and below. I have no idea what happened. I kind of logged in around like 2008, so I was like 6. That's when I start remembering.
That makes sense to me. If your mom was going through a rough time with your biological dad and you were in the womb and shit, and like she was experiencing a lot of fucked up shit at that time, and then you get to this situation with your dad now, who's like they're taking care of each other, they love each other, you can genuinely tell. That would be like peaceful to me. I feel like
when I'm at their house, I feel like I still feel a little bit of shame, but I also feel very comfortable. I wouldn't say it's like complete peace, but my level of peace is definitely heightened when I'm in there, just because like I don't know, there's not like a whole lot of hostile tension or anything like that going on.
I felt that too. That one time I was there, but I felt it.
Yeah, there's
a weird energy when my parents were in the house together. It's like
it's kind of
shit's about to blow up. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a weird energy, but
I'm thinking about stuff and I don't like it.
What's that? What are you thinking
about? Just how that probably was. That's weird. We've talked about different things that your parents have done, and that's just gotta be weird.
They were either fighting or fucking. That's all I remember.
Yeah, and that's not.
Yeah, that's not a relationship.
The only things. Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what the fuck it looks like.
You guys eat dinner together?
Not usually.
Oh,
my dad.
I feel like that's a key part of my memories is dinner with the whole family.
No, only on like holidays.
We would go out like once a week, eat at a restaurant, but the other days we're probably eating together at the table.
We'd usually get like Chinese takeout or something, then we'd all go to our separate holes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was always in my room, dude. Oh, that's why I don't really care about.
I'm in mine now because I was not.
Yeah, but I was always in there. I was never downstairs with my parents. I was always by myself upstairs or with my brother.
I wasn't independent either, but always is crazy.
Yeah, my brother and I shared a room for the longest time, but
yeah, that would have been tough too.
Him and I were just chilling usually and beating the shit out of each other. The only time we usually got in the only time, maybe that's why I fucking am such like a button pusher, is because the only time my parents would come upstairs or yell for us downstairs when they needed us to do a chore, or when we were being loud upstairs and like jumping around and shit. My dad would yell and then come upstairs if it got bad
But
enough.
then you get some attention.
Exactly. Otherwise, my attention was from the screen, dude. I watched YouTube my entire childhood. I watched like Minecraft
You're an
YouTubers
iPad
as a
kid.
kid. Yeah, basically, I was the first iPad kid. One of the first, I suppose.
Captain Sparkles.
Yep.
Captain
Fucking
Sparkles.
popular MMOs, Tobuscus, Sky does Minecraft.
H2O Delirious.
Oh my god.
Louis C.K.
Vanoss.
Louis the monkey guy.
Yeah. What happened to him?
Probably robot bit of Wildcat. Wildcat was the
shit.
Pancake.
He was the funniest.
Pancake.
Oh. All those channels died. Or they might have not died.
No, Vanoss is still around. I'll tap into a Vanoss video every once in a while just to be like, I'm watching Vanoss in 2024.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some of them
kept going. Vanoss is like the torque converter on a BMW. It's like a car part. Spelled the same. Yeah. That'd be like if we were the Turbinator or something like that. We were Radiator.
I'm sorry, but my brain was like, I do not give a shit
PTU
about
shaft.
that. No, you're good.
That is some
dumb
dirt.
No.
I could just fucking kill myself.
It's your nerd shit. I like it. I like it. No, it's just an impulse in my brain because I'm like, I don't know what to say to that. I do not give a fuck.
Survey says.
But I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. See, in my brain, if the reason I want to try like YouTube and shit is because like people like that, if you just keep going, eventually enough people will watch you in my brain. And then if you just stay consistent, then I feel like over time, I feel like Vanoss, for example, he stayed consistent all this time. He could do this until he's 80, 90. He could do it forever. And he doesn't have to do like gaming videos all the time. He can do other shit if he wants to. That's like my point is like, I don't understand why more people don't try like a lot of people try TikTok, I see. Like Calvin and
Twitter too. You could probably probably a good amount of people that we don't know about make a good amount of money.
Usually subscriptions and shit. I know Mike Benz is subscribe. He has a lot of subscribe shit. I after watching that podcast, I followed him on Twitter. I like to do that with people because then you
probably should. I don't know why I have. I've been too busy absorbing the whole podcast.
Yeah, your ass is nuts for watching it 7 times.
I'm gonna watch it again. I still. I listened to it on lunch, on my way to work this morning, on my way home.
See, my brain doesn't remember key information anyway. Like if you told like the shit you tell me about, like when he felt depressed and shit, I remember that. I remember shit if it's invoked, I remember it.
I probably drove for about half an hour total today. I'm at 36:53.
Jesus.
I'm into my 8th.
Where did you drive to?
Work, back, Taco Jerry's, back, work, back.
You would get Taco Jerry's without me, you slut.
I was on lunch. I was rushing. Taco Jerry's is low-key the fastest in town because you can just call them. So I call them from the shop before I leave. I hop in. By the time I get there, I'm already done.
You know, I think that you purposely get it just so I'm jealous. I'm just kidding. No. I know it's there. I just don't want to spend money on it.
I should leave a burrito out. Large nacho cheese.
I always see the baby burritos in there. Like,
no, I smashed them today. I was on a rush because I had my coaching call for my ATI.
Do you still have the class?
Yeah.
Fuck happened to that?
It. Craig fucking spazzed is what happened to it, and I couldn't fucking do it. Oh, we're too busy. We just can't do it. All right.
How are you guys too busy? I get you have a lot of cars coming in and shit.
But time. All he had to do was go to the bank, and that's what he was tweaking about.
That's such an old guy thing. I gotta go to the fucking bank. That's so much shit.
I gotta reschedule it. Got a hair appointment at 9. A 15-minute haircut. I can't go to a fucking class. You think the place is gonna burn down without you? Tell them to answer the phone.
So it's just on pause now?
I just have to reschedule it now. I have to wait until the class comes back up, which is in a month. Yeah, they don't run classes all the time. There's only a few experts in each field that can teach the class, and they're not just teaching it back to back. They got other classes.
How are the numbers looking? Are you guys still losing money?
Oh yeah, we've been losing money since I've been doing the numbers, but I think the numbers are fucked up. I think somebody's lying to me somewhere because still paying bills. The lights are still on, so I don't know what's going on. But
who says you're losing money?
The portal, when you put all the data in for for like total sales, total part sales, parts costs, supplies, hazmat, shop supplies.
Is it like a giant
Miners.
spreadsheet that just
Yeah,
fucking?
you're putting in every data set. You
Ew,
have to
who
do
came
math
on
for
the
some of it.
fucking fridge, dude? Did you come on the fridge?
What?
Did you come on the fridge?
What?
Why is it sticky? You came on the
You
fridge.
came on the fridge.
You came on the fridge.
What is that sticking on the fucking? Well, first of all, those are my Taco Jerry's napkins. There you go.
It's because that's being used.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Our paper towel roll is being subjected to fucking camera
probably
tripod.
gross ass mushroom juice sticking on my fucking.
You're a fucking gross ass mushroom juice. You're taking mushrooms too, motherfucker.
You like mushrooms?
There's my dad. When I first started doing psychedelics, I just remember this. He made the point about cordyceps mushrooms and like magic mushrooms. Like they're not the same, but cordyceps take over the brain of like the animal or the insect. You know what I'm saying? Like what if fungus do take over your brain? But we are fungus. Like that's the thing. We are absorbed. We're basically fungal bodies. Yeah, it's weird.
What your question is? What if it does?
Yeah, like taking mushroom supplements,
subconsciously is like fucking me up.
They're healthy. I think that it's what the Greeks meant by "let thy food be thy medicine." I think all food is supposed to be medicine.
Like bad, but yeah.
No, but they are taking over our brain because and our gut microbiome.
Yeah.
He's kind of right.
I gotta say, I felt like I've been on a streak of not feeling like dog shit for a good bit, and I've been smashing these vitamins, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm probably deficient in one of them. Which one? I'm not gonna figure out what.
That's why I like Athletic Greens. My arm hurt for a second. That's why I like Athletic Greens because I don't have to worry about it. It's all in there.
Yeah, true.
I'm going to get it next weekend because this weekend we got a couple bills and I'm going to pay all my shit and then I'm going to put some money away.
What's it going to be like $130 this weekend? What'd your math come out to?
Yeah, $130 for each of us.
All right.
It's not that bad. It went down a lot. That's why I was asking.
It's literally electricity and water is the only thing that the big one is.
What makes it go up in the summer? The AC?
Heat. Or AC is expensive.
How the fuck?
Yeah, AC is expensive.
More expensive than heat?
I don't get how it works.
Maybe because it's necessary. Because we weren't dying when the AC didn't work. If the heat's off, we're gonna die in here.
I take that back. It's electricity and water. So what is going up in the summertime is Black Hills, which does our gas. So that'll be like hot water and heat. So Black Hills goes up in the summertime.
Why?
Because they do the air or whatever the fuck it's considered.
For the gas?
They do gas, yeah. Which is like Freon is the AC stuff. I think it's Freon, but Freon will be the AC and then the heat.
Ooh. AC is kind of a luxury. We don't really need it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
you could set up enough fans to be okay.
Yeah, we weren't dying.
Yeah. No.
But if the heat was off,
we'd
be dying.
Pissed off, though.
Yeah.
We're sitting
we were pissed off. We were dehydrated, probably.
Yeah. You were pissed off. Hotter than hell. Windows cracked all the way open.
Wasn't even doing anything. We were just hoping that a breeze would come in.
No breeze.
It's like a sail. You're just
no
hoping.
Breeze.
You're just hoping that little waft comes in. You're like,
I got a waft right now. Sweaty as hell, bro.
That shit sucked so bad.
How much? Well, it was like 80 in here one time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was getting bad.
And then it literally only took us one phone call.
Yeah, we weren't gonna hit him
it
up.
took two. Remember? Because he thought he fixed it, and I came back and I was like, "You figure anything out? What's up? What's good? Can I turn it on?" He's like, "It's not cold." And I'm like, "No, it's currently 79 degrees in this motherfucker."
What did he do?
Well, at first he thought he fixed it. He put like a new motor in it, and then he came back and put another capacitor in it, which must be in some other part, like a motherboard or something. And then that's when he was like, "Yeah, turn it on. Should be cold." And we turned it on. Remember crouching down and being like, "Holy shit, it's fucking cold, bro!"
Yeah, and then it started to cool down the apartment, and we put a hoodie on for the first time.
Yeah.
That was kind of nuts. Now we take it for granted. Why isn't it cold in here?
Now I'm hitting 71, and you're like, "I ought to whoop your ass."
Yeah, I'm fucking gotten soft. I sleep with one blanket on and 2 fans.
What the hell? I sleep with like 4 blankets.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me, dude. I produce a lot of heat. I must be running or something while I'm sleeping.
It's your metabolism or stress or body heat.
Probably my brain.
Yeah.
My brain just doesn't shut off. So
hormones, basically. Yeah, so your brain's just like
vibrating my whole body.
I'm horny as shit. Let me be hot as fuck.
No, I don't really get horny. I do when I'm looking at shit.
Hormones.
Visual hormone, like
visual hormone.
visual stimulation. That's why I gotta avoid Snapchat stories. I try to avoid coffee after like 4.
Yeah,
because then I'm fucking myself.
I try and avoid it after like 2.
Yeah. Because you're fucking yourself so bad. Even if you're so tired, you're like, I gotta power through.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck yourself up the next day. What I was saying is visual stimulation now, but I'm just chilling most of the time. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to explain the way my brain works. It just doesn't shut off. Motherfucker's always running.
Can't really explain it from the inside perspective.
Yeah. No, it's like
it's doing what it's always done.
It's kind of like your podcast. You're always listening to them. That's kind of how my brain is. It's always talking to me.
Yeah, you got like a strong inner monologue.
Yeah. And then it comes out. That's why I talk so much.
Sometimes I get your inner monologue and I'm like, what the fuck would you, what?
I'm going to kill Chance.
Yeah. Your inner monologue those are the ones where you're skipping like 4 keywords in a sentence.
Yeah, because I'm thinking so much.
You figured out the 4 words and I'm just like, what?
That's why it's good to have another person because you regulate it.
Yeah.
I fucking just skip around a lot.
Yeah. So your structure is like a Jenga tower.
Yeah, because I piece a lot. That's why it's like that shit we were talking about with the ADHD picture where you're planking.
Oh,
like,
I figured it out.
That's what you said a joke was one time. I don't know if you remember, but you're like, it's basically running into, because you just got back from Wisconsin. You're running to the future, then coming back. That's basically what I'm doing all the time because I have so much anxiety.
Sometimes you fuck that up, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think you figured it out and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, a lot of the times.
Yeah.
I used to try to think like other people because I didn't understand empathy.
Sometimes you figure it out and then don't say anything back because you already figured it out like before I stop something. So I say something and you're like, I'm like, hello?
Sometimes I feel bad because I say I figured it out when I didn't, just because I want to say what I wanted to say so I don't forget it. And that makes me feel bad. So I'm like,
but how else are you supposed to do it? Because you will forget because that's just how your brain is.
Yeah. So I don't remember shit. I don't even remember where we are right now.
I've gotten pretty good at not. I work with that pretty good. It doesn't bother me too much.
Work with what?
I gotta piss like a motherfucker when you just like.
You can go piss.
When you're like, yeah, and then just go on to your own point and just gloss over mine.
Yeah. A lot. I try to fully understand it, but sometimes my brain's running so fast that I go ahead and say I understand shit when I don't, and then I feel fucking terrible because I realize I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And now I gotta pretend I think I know what they're talking about. That's when you usually correct me. You're like, nah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to do some fucking fixing on this first portion because we talked about some certain things that people who don't like this fucking flag and don't like this goddamn piece of paper right here, they don't like it. So we have to fucking do a little finagling. I don't even know where the fuck the finagling's going to be. Maybe I won't do some finagling. I probably will, just to be sure. But I don't want to. That's the thing. I do not want to. It's a lot of fucking work. I didn't say it, but editing that clip in was a lot of fucking, it wasn't a lot of work. It was just a lot of stress because it took a long time, especially on the phone. It takes a second to fucking, especially when you're clipping shit, because you gotta fucking clip it and make sure you're getting the right time frames. And on the phone, it doesn't go too well because it tries to skip over like seconds, like 10 seconds. Like, what the fuck? I wanted that fucking 9 seconds in there. I just didn't want that fucking 1 second. And you fucking clipped out this entire 10 seconds that I fucking was. Now what? And so I just gave up on it at one point. Welcome back.
What are you yapping about?
How hard it was to clip that fucking video of me as a fat ass into the fucking last one.
You clipped it into a podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just posted a clip.
No.
Oh.
That was a clip of
you had
the
to
clip.
Do like editing.
Yeah, it was
that's
hard.
Tough.
It was hard.
It
wasn't that hard. It was just stressful.
Yeah, you didn't want to fuck the podcast up.
That and on the phone, it's like goes from like one. You're trying to.
So much.
You're trying to clip like 1 second.
12.37.
Yeah, that's
like
impossible.
15, 11, 17, 9.
Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah. You got to be like zoned in. Like,
I'll get that PC running for you.
You know, I forgot about it honestly.
Yeah, but once it's going, you might
I won't forget about it once.
Because what you could do is you could just email yourself a video and open it on the fucking
What kind of videos?
podcast. You fucking sick fuck.
OnlyFans videos. I'm gonna email myself feet pictures of myself, and I'm gonna post them on OnlyFans.
Where are the emails, Hillary?
That's what she was deleting OnlyFans.
Hillary OF.
She only knows how to use email, and then her team uses the OF, bruh. Oh God, that'd be disgusting. No wonder Bill went to Epstein's Island. That's nasty.
That's probably what's actually in the email.
About Epstein's Island?
There's probably so much random shit in there.
Maybe it was just junk mail, dude.
Yeah,
you ever think about that?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about the Clinton body count?
Listen, I didn't think. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not supporting Hillary. Right? But for a super popular government official, 40,000 emails doesn't seem too much.
Well, don't forget her husband was the president.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. She's pretty popular.
Yeah.
So 40,000 emails. Like, I got a shit ton of emails that I don't look at and I don't delete. So maybe she just went in there one day.
Then
she's like, "Fuck these emails. It's all bullshit." Why
is she trying to hide them so bad, huh?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Punk ass motherfucker.
Did you see that fucking video on Twitter? The guy and he got Hillary on his podcast, and then he's like, "Hold on." She was talking. He's like, hold on. Nope, hold on. We gotta have a word from our sponsor. And then he played a fucking Trump campaign ad right there, and she was pissed. She's like, "Why'd you have to go and play that? Why'd you have to do that?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Why you gotta play that while we're talking?" He's like, "I got my last question here. What happened to those emails?"
It was bait from the go. That's awesome.
I think he just didn't ask. I don't know. It could have been a fake video. It could have been AI generated.
True.
I don't know anymore. Everything could be fake. Yeah, you should put like 2 pieces of that gum in. Did it work?
I haven't eaten a single piece because I still have my other one, 60 millis.
So no, you got to try the 100 millis. I want to see you suffer. Not tonight.
It's a Wednesday, dog.
Not tonight. Tomorrow's my Friday, and I get pizza. That's the only reason I'm going to work. Well, I want to see how it affects you. You can't take it. Wait, do you?
Nervous.
Do you take You take your caffeine pill and chew the gum?
No, not usually. Take the caffeine pill, go to work. I hit one of these at like 11 today.
Oh.
And then I smashed a Monster on lunch.
I haven't had
anything. Taco Dairy.
I was gonna ask where you get a Monster from.
Taco Dairy.
All right.
$16. All right, we good?
We're at an hour. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Word up.
Bye.
Have a good night.